Helluva Boss has a major problem that is only making the show worse. Let's take it back a little bit though. The earliest example of this I noticed was in the episode Harvest Moon Festival. The episode deals with Moxie trying to build up his confidence by impressing Millie's parents. It's supposed to be one of those episodes that gives Moxie his own arc of building up his self-confidence, and Lord knows you don't have enough of those already. Moxie has had the exact same story arc for every episode where he is the main focus, standing up for himself and being more confident, blah blah blah. Now that isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's pretty good that they want to give him this type of arc. My main issue, like I said, is the tone, and more specifically how the episode seems to contradict the tone they want to go for. So in that episode, there's a scene where Moxie and Blitz confront Stryker as he's about to assassinate Stolas. Moxie, who just a few minutes ago was almost killed by him, now has him right in his sights, and instead of killing him, fires a warning shot to deliver a cheap one-liner, and then is taken out of the entire scene in a joke.
Who's weak now, bitch? Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, that's genuinely how it ends. He had this whole episode of him struggling through his emotions, hurting himself, embarrassing himself, and nearly dying, for his art to get completely undermined for a joke. What crack was being smoked in the writer's room for them to even think this was a good idea? To make matters worse, not even a minute later, Moxie overhears Millie and her parents arguing, and he stands up for her, taking her side. All fine and well, but yet again they undermine the moment, and is used for the setup for a half-hearted joke.
He nodded. He's never acknowledged your input before.
So, is that progress?
No, Mox. This is the writing equivalent of horse feces. Sorry, that was a bit harsh. Maybe the next time they try to develop Moxie, they won't completely botch the tone by having misplaced jokes, confusing plot conveniences, and unfinished development. Oh, blow me. Season 2, Episode 3, X's and O's. I talked about this in my last video, but that one was really more focused on Moxie and Millie's relationship. So here I get to talk about how the entire episode was a tonal ass blast. The episode is about the IMP gang having to deal with Mox's father as one of their clients, Moxie's dad being a mob boss. Yes, because of course his dad is a mob boss, that makes sense. Not only is it out of nowhere, but it also sets up a little world building problem, because this show is set in hell, and in hell there is no police force. So tell me why there's organized crime like it would matter if anyone knew about it or not. Moving on, the episode reveals that Moxie and Millie have a shared ex, whose name is Chaz. He met Moxie back in the day, but long story short, betrayed him and got him sent to jail. Jail? In hell? What the fuck? This is another one of those episodes where Moxie has to stand up for himself. This time to his admittedly quite frightening dad. Instead of making this the powerful and momentous confrontation it could be, it unfortunately has to share time with the unmitigated bum fluff that is all the Chaz love triangle nonsense, and some of the most painful jokes about Moxie being bi. Dildos literally come out of the walls in this scene, and I'm supposed to take this episode seriously. And in the scene where he finally threatens his dad and refuses to listen to him, instead of him getting the well-deserved W, the episode hands him the biggest L of his career by getting tased, put in a dress, and being a damsel in distress for his wife to save. Moxie is so undermined in these episodes, it's almost comical. It's a shame because I think the episodes could have been my favorites if they just treated him with a little bit more respect than they do. Free my boy Moxie. He ain't do nothing wrong. Season 2 Episode 2 is a complete and utter joke of an episode. Easily the most hated episode in the series thus far, mainly for the fact that it completely annihilated Stolas and Blitz's relationship, something that the show has been building up for God knows how long at this point. The season 1 finale ended with their relationship in tatters. Lots of confusion and miscommunication and pent-up trauma were at the forefront. What the f? It's what made me so interested in their relationship, and I was going to make a video about it, but yeah, that's just not gonna happen for now. The season 2 premiere set them up as childhood friends, giving us some more backstory to the beginning of the relationship, which was good or bad depending on how you wanted the relationship to go down. But it can't be denied that the show is becoming all about these two. And of course, going from here, they would truly treat them with care, right? Absolutely fucking not. Instead, they revert everything back to pre-episode 7 and they go back to talking to each other like this.
Blitz, if your performance on stage is half as good as it is in bed, you'll leave them breathless.
It's insane to me how quickly an entire ship can be ruined. That shit took like 5 seconds. Not only is the random switch up between the two weird, but the episode itself decides to fuck around with two subplots that add nothing to the story. Millie and Moxie go around LA making money by singing, because yes, that's literally all there is, and Octavia and Luna have their own subplot, which is actually pretty good. I enjoyed the conversation they had, it felt mature, and it was cool to see them connect over having daddy issues. like 90% of the fucking cast. The issue is that all of these plots clash with each other in a way that takes me out of the whole experience. Then there's this whole thing where Blitz has a flashback about meeting Luna, which causes him to murder a bunch of people on this set because he was mistaken for an actor. What the fuck is going on here? Is this supposed to be a serious episode, or am I supposed to laugh at this? One of the worst episodes so far. I can't believe this exists. And now we finally get to the main one, the episode that initially made me notice this problem: Western energy. Okay, so I don't think I should spend too much time on the plot synopsis, as you've probably seen this episode recently. Stryker kidnaps Stolas to finish the job that his wife set him in episode 5. While this is happening, Blitz has to take Octavia to the vet to get a shot, so he sends Mox and Millie to stop Stryker. This seems like a great start to an episode filled with action-packed tension, drama, and some more dope fight scenes. And we definitely got all of those things. But once again, we fucked up with the tone. The episode shares time with the Stryker plot with this unfunny-ass B-plot about Luna getting a shot. They make Karen jokes. In 2023, are we fucking devolving as a species? None of this was funny, and it felt like a cheap way to take Blitz out of the episode. It's not like they have to make the episodes any specific length, so there's no excuse for having any form of filler. It's a shame because there was some great dialogue between Stryker and Stolas, and the end scene where they reveal all the text that they've shared since Aussies was some deep shit. Some of the prettiest visuals to come out of the show too. It's really sad to see Helluva Boss fall off like this. It has been so transformative for online animation. It showed people that you can do it independently and be as, if not way more successful than any big animation company. But we can't ignore how much the show is evolving, and I think we're past the point of using the delayed finale as an excuse. This is just a blatant writing problem among the many others I could have talked about, and the fact that Vivzy has been extremely problematic in her responses to the criticism isn't going to help things either. All I can say is I hope the show can pick up the pace soon and get better. Thank you for watching, have a good day, and take care.